my right. So i-check. Bali. Sorry, baliktad. Two pi over the kay 1 radian is just equal to the how frequent it is times the time kung pila siya per period. I mean, per rotation, no? Is equal to kana. So kani atong pangkwaon lang. But the only given in the problem is the load. So therefore, we need to calculate for the load for us to calculate the total weight nga iyang i-resist. And then also, for us to calculate the mass, no? Kay mao matong kwaon iyahang natural frequency, no? So iyahang mass. We cannot calculate for the natural frequency without calculating the mass. And also, we cannot calculate the mass with nga iyang i-cater sa whole structure without calculating the weight. Kaya it is just equal to the weight divided by the acceleration due to gravity. No? So from here, ato panghimahimayon tanan, no? So this is a continuation of atong na-mention ay na-discuss last time wherein nagkuha ta og structural weight of the given problem. So for that case, magkuha ta og structural weight para makuha po nato ay ang structural mass. After that, kato si structural weight mo to siyang weight sa whole structure sa kaning tibuok ani, no? Including the other loads like such as the wall dead load, no? And also, para to get the natural frequency, we must also calculate for the stiffness, no? So as discussed last time, yung equivalent stiffness is just equal to the sum. But as mentioned also, nga dili siya always kana ang case. It will only be kaning masunod nga sum siya if and only if kaning parallel ang atuang series, no? So kung parallel tong series. Parallel lang ato ang system. So if it is in series, that means it lahi ang iyang formula, no? Kato kong discussed earlier. So for this one, we will start first with the calculations of the structural weight. So for the structural weight, duha lang ka load, di ba, given? So for this case, no, akong tanawon kung magamit pag yun na to na ang load to calculate for the structural load. So for this one, we have considered it as rigid and at the same time it has a roof dead load, no? Or kaning dead load mismo sa structure nga 20 PSF to sa tibuok structure. So depende siya kung sa nga area ang iyang i-cater. So the side seating has a dead load or wall dead load sa kibali nga 10 PSF. So now let's proceed first with the calculations of the structural weight for us to calculate for the mass later. So duha lang no, naatay dead load of the own structure. So take note nga atong kwaon lang diri. No, so diri atong kwaon is ang in terms of mass ang kaning diri sa ato ang roof, no, diri. So that's why natin ginatawag nga tributary height kay sa roof pa man ato ang gikuha. Diba kay roof dead load lang man sa ta. So for the roof dead load, no, based on this given, no, the space grid roof structure may be considered rigid and it has a dead load of this one. So for if that's the case, we have the roof dead load, no, multiply it by the area nga gi-cater ni roof, no, kani atong makuha diri So kaning nga area ato ang kuhaon, no, kay kana man siya ang musalo. Kibali ang atong roof it is a space grid nga roof structure. So na siya kani nga dead load. So therefore ato gi-cater is ang dead load lang sa ni roof. Take note that the area of that space grid structure is the area kani sa tibuok roofing niya, no, tibuok roofing niya which is just equal to the 40 by duha ka 40. So therefore all in all na kay total length nga 80, no, from here to here. So therefore na kay 40 by 80, no, ana. So mo ni mong area sa imong space grid nga roof structure. So mo ni mong multiply nga area is kana pod mismo. Multiplying it by the dead load nga naka pound force per square foot And then next one is ang dead load ni wall, no, or wall sheeting. So take note, katong similar with how we calculated it last time nga, kuha lang nato ang tributary height, no? Kailang class sa So, ikuha na to ang tributary height. Take note also that the tributary height for roof, no, kasi itong ikuha ang dead load, is just half sa below sa iyaha plus iyahang parapet or iyahang own height, no, kung naa. So, for this case is for this uh, space grid nga roof structure na tay height nga 4 feet and then half of it kani nagsalo sa iyagi ka sa ubos mo to ito consider as your tributary height. So half of 12 is just 6 plus 4 feet na tay 10 feet nga tributary height for the roof. So to calculate for that one on which atong gi-consider na ang sheathing, no, includes tributary height of the roof nga 10 feet. So if that's the case, masyag gani, no, kung wao na to ang iyang tibuok area na. Na, nga lang. So if that's the case, no, kani ato ang kwaon, no, kani nga area. So basically, you just simply add all of this length ni kaning ihang perimeter. Multiply it by the tributary height nga 10 feet. So motong na kay 10 by 240. So 240 comes with the perimeter of the area of this kanino nga structure nga natay 40, ay sorry, 80 by 40 by 80, then up to 40. Add all of that is equal to 240 nga perimeter. Multiply it by the height, so makuha na to ang sa wall sheeting nga dead load. Just simply add it with the roof dead load, then we can cut the structural weight sa structures nga to ang i-resist, no, sa to ang column. Which is equal to 88 pound force or 88 kips. So by the way, so that's the reason anong magamit ta sometimes og mga English unit is we cannot really assure nga puros metric unit lang, though metric atong ginagamit, no, sa in Philippine on Philippine settings or sa tuang NECP, but of course not all the time kana rato ang magamit nga unit. So that's why sometimes magamit ta og other especially kanino kaning mga English unit. So now, okay na ta kang structural weight, no? Makakalculate na tag structural mass later once we divide the weight by the acceleration due to gravity. Taking into considerations that we are using an English unit. So dili ta directly makagamit ni 9.81 meter per second squared. Kay English unit na itong panggamit diri. So we need to convert that one into uh, feet feet per second squared. But before sa mag-calculator og mass, I mean weight of the structure, mass, na naman tayo given nga weight. So ato sa tong stay as is, no? Ato kunyara to balikan once mag-calculate na tag natural frequency. So part of the calculations for us to solve for this problem is na tayo kani, di ba, K over the mass. Okay na taning mass, kay man naman ta sa pag-calculate sa weight. No, makalculate na to siya by weight divided by acceleration due to gravity. So ato na lang concern karon is to calculate for the stiffness on which equivalent stiffness siya sa whole structure. So as mentioned earlier, you can just simply sum all of those stiffness, no, sa lahi-lahi nga column. But you cannot do that every solution nga kato atong sundon kay depende gid siya kung whether it is a parallel or a series nga type of problem, no? So depende sa imong FBD actually. So now, before ta mag-calculate of K equivalent, ato sang i-calculate ang stiffness of each column, no? So each column, so take note of this, natay tulo ka column, no, nga naay fixed pinned, and then pinned, and then fixed. So kung atong balikan ni diri, itong formula nga giyatag, no, again, not everything kaning naara diri maura pod inyong i-familiarize no. Daghan pa kaayo og mga type of structures with depende kung unsa nga type of loading pod ang iyaha. So daghan pa di ba napay for example na kay fixed ana, and then your concentrated load is i-apply dira natay tama na A o B ana. Tapos take note kung asa ka dapit magkuha og deflection. For example, sa midspan ka magkuha kung mo giingon kay naa dira imong spring, no? Kung na spring dira or depende kung asa nimo gi-apply ang force dito po na to ibutang. So depende gid siya no, by case to case basis gid siya. So hatag ra ko ng example later, no, which is wala sa inyo ang lecture notes. So, which is patapaw ra to siya nga example for you to better understand how this parallel and series works no in this type of problem. So, for this one, magkuha daw ta og stiffness of a fixed pin, pin, and then fixed. So, let's start with fixed pin, which is in this case, kani. So take note also that your stiffness is by definition, we can, kung ito i-recall, di ba? It is just the amount of force nga mong gi-exert per unit displacement. So when you say per unit displacement, pila yung force kaning nga equivalent sa, for example, nga kaya matuklod for 1 mm or 1 foot no, or 1 centimeter. No? So the definition speaks like murag iyahang formula pod mismo nga it is just equal to the force divided by the deflected shape or katong deflection no nga na cost of that force. So therefore we have this formula no kang stiffness. So again, as mentioned last time, you need to recall no sa inyong structural theory because again, that's not part of my no sa kaning coverage of this course nga on which nga ako pang i-discuss unsaon mag-calculate og deflection. Kay the very reason why nga prerequisite of this course is kaning gani structural theory is dapat naapoy pod mo proper background on the structural theory. So i-recall to ninyo to nga mga formula dito no nga inyong ipanggamit. So for this case is kani no for a fixed column kani nga deflection. So the maximum deflection which is at the other end. Depende kay dira mo gi-apply mo ang force is just equal to force h cube over 3 pi. So as we all know, K is just the stiffness nga force divided by deflection. So kung imo na siyang i-derive, no? Given ani nga value ni deflection. So now kay K which is equal to force divided by FH cube divided by 3EI. So therefore, mabalik lagi akong kaani. Again, I will not provide any formula for deflection. So you must be familiarized or at least memorize ninyo ang mga formula sa deflection regardless kung unsa nga type of structure, no? So that is part of your quiz sa inyo on next meeting. So for this one, sayo na kaayo kay hatagan mo daan og formula. So what if wala mo kabalo, so di mo makasolve, no? Kung wala mo formula sa inyong deflection, kung dili mo kabalo pod, no, sa value. So for this one, nakay fixed pin, which is ang iyahang stiffness is equal to this one. Take note that the stiffness of column A1 and column A2 are equal. It is because pareha sila nga fixed pin, no? And also, please take note of this one. If your structure are both pin connected, no, for this one, this the stiffness is just equal to 0. The very reason is that wala siya amount of force nga kaya niya i-exert to deflect kay it will deflect good no kay it is free to move at one point daan palang daan, no, kay it is a pin connections. So dili siya parehas sa kung fixed connections or on which restricted siya at all ways, no, restricted siya along y, along x, and sa moment. So for a pin, no, so puro sila free to move along, depende kung saan, no, as long as free to move at one direction kay pin man. Sorry, free to rotate. Sorry. When we say free to rotate, no, then it is restricted along x and y lang. So, ang point is that if it is a a pin connections, no, your stiffness of that structure is equal to 0, no? And then that is for column, ha. So, lahi ang case if it is a beam. So, for a column stiffness also, for a fixed nga connections, which is equal to this one, no, for a fixed with a lateral force F nga gi-apply. This is the deflection, di na ako i-derive, similar na nga pagka-derive, no, mararag reciprocate, then gitanggal ang F, no, or ang force nga gi-apply, which is equal to 12 EI over H cube, which is equal to this one, no. So next is we need to calculate the equivalent stiffness of the whole system. So naatay 6 ka columns, di ba? So then duha kay 0. So upat na lang atong i-sum up. Duha ka buok sa section A, duha pod sa section C, no? Si column A1, A2, and si column C1 and C2. So all in all, you just simply multiply it by 2, then add. Similar with this one. So we can calculate 30 EI over H cube, wherein the only given in the problem is ang moment of inertia, no? Kung itong tanaw na problem. So for a wide flange 30 by 40, nakay moment of inertia nga 170 inch to the power of 4. So dili directly given si modulus of elasticity. So and it is mura siya og there are given sa na mga problem nga dili directly given, especially kung dapat kabalo na ka nga value, no. So for example kani si modulus of elasticity, if it is in metric unit, equal na siya kang 200,000 MPa, no, or 200 GPa. So kana siya is for metric unit. So what if kani for English, it is just equal to 29,000 KSI. So also please be careful that you must be so consistent with the unit used. Kung inches na datanan, inches na tanan. Kung naka KPI, KSI, or naka KIPS, dapat consistent tatanan, no? Kay dili na mag-cancel out imong mga unit kung dili na sila parehag unit. So for this one, naka kilopound force per square inch. So kita diri kay naka inches, no? Then naka pound force. And then we have here also naka inches to the power of 4. So therefore, ang ato na problema is kani si height. Height of your column is in feet, no? So ito given sa problem, 12 feet. So therefore, we need to convert that one into inches. So you just simply convert 12 feet into inches, no, which is multiplied by 12 raman siya directly. So we can get a height nga 144 inch to the power of 144 cube, no, kay cube pumato na to ang height of the column. So simplifying that one, then we can obtain 49.5 kips per inch. So that means, no, we are still consistent with the unit, no, kay dili na mag-cancel out, no, dili na mo result on this kind of unit. So that's one of the crucial parts, no, sa ato ang calculations, ang by knowing whether we are still consistent with the units used sa problem. Kay kung lalay pa especially for problems nga lalay ang unit nga gipangbutang, imo gyud dapat i-secure or i-check that we are using uniform nga mga, or we are consistent with our units. So now na naman tayo equivalent nga stiffness, no, as mentioned earlier. Again, I will repeat it again and again that your equivalent stiffness is matter siya whether it is in series or in parallel. No, so na mga other examples nga in series ang iyahang given, no. So now, first part of the problem is to calculate for the natural frequency. For the natural frequency, we have in the formula of K divided by M or the K equivalent. So ato siyang gisum up tanan, no, gipang-add ra tanan. What if dili siya parallel? So series kato kung gihatag na tong 1 over K equivalent is just equal to 1 over K1 plus 1 over K2, so on and so forth. So now, kabalo na tadaan kani ang formula, no? So and also nakuha na to ang K equivalent. Now we calculate for the mass. Then we all know that mass is just equal to mass is just equal to the weight divided by acceleration due to gravity. Atong na-calculate earlier is 88 pound force siya or 88 kips, no? So in that case na the weight karon dapat consistent pud ta with our unit, so di ta pwede mo gamit og acceleration due to gravity nga 9.81 katugid si 32.2, no, nga feet per second squared kay para consistent pa ta with our unit. But also take note nga ang sa babaw is naka-inches ang unit. So therefore, dapat sa ubos kay naka-inches pod. So from 32.2 feet per second squared, you convert na to siya into inch per second squared by multiplying it by 12, no? Kay para ang mugawas na inches sa babaw na po inches sa ubos mag-cancel out lang sila. So that their units is in rad per second, which is mo to unit ni frequency, no? So simplifying all of this, square root of K over M, which is na kay natural frequency nga 14.74 rad per second. The second part of the problem is just to calculate for the period of vibration on which sayo na siya, no, kay kabalo naman tadaan sa natural frequency. But kung sayop na siya, masayop po na mo ang kaninga value, no? That is the main reason nga most of the problems kay connected siya, no, connected siya sa previous nga computations kay to really check, no, also to give you kaning aware pa ka nga kung napapakasakto nga solusyon, no. Kay dili pud ka makakuha og sakto nga natural period, no, kung wala ta kabalo sa or di ta ka-calculate for the natural frequency, which is ang formula ra gyud niya is 2 pi divided by the natural frequency. But of course mosayop ka ani kung masayop po ka aning una nga problem. So here the period that is required for one cycle is simply this one, no, 2 pi divided by the frequency na 14.74 rad per second. So therefore mag-cancel out na kay this one is in radian. Cancel out 1 over second. So that means may mo na siyang second. So mo nga to ang period is in seconds. Also, ma-check na mo na kung sakto imong answer. Kay kung nahimo na nimo answer dira og kaning 1 million, no, or 1,000 seconds, no, so dako na gid na kayo kay walay period nga ana ka dugay na nabuskag na gid nato ang tanan structures kung nga nakadugay mo period of your vibration, no. That's one way of checking also to calculate for the period of this vibration. Any question or clarifications from the class? So now, kung wala, then I will proceed with this one. But before I will proceed that one, mangatag sa kog somehow marag example kano sa ta mo gamit og series. Katong this is not included in your lecture notes. So ako lang is para ma-discuss na ko sa inyo ha. So for this one, no, kung mga columns on which parallel ang iyahang pag-resist, dapat ay mga cases na naka-series. So, kano sa ta makaingon nga in series ang pag-resist sa structure. So, say for example, na kay mass, di ba si mass ra magud iyang iyahang i-resist no against ana sa iya. So si mass nag-cater ang before si beam, before kang beam ana na kay beam diri, a fixed beam. So na pag kay ana. So naa kay K1 for the stiffness of this beam. Ay sorry, spring. So na kay mass on which siya mo hatag og weight sa whole structure nga i-resist. And then other than kung nga stiff kay mo ang spring, nag-add pod og kanino napoy stiff pod gihapon imuhang beam. So na kay stiffness diri nga stiffness of your beam, no? And then also gi-cater siya aning na po diri. Napoy spring na din kay butang tag na kay cantilever beam dira ana. So kani nga beam na ni siya ay kani nga spring na ni siya iyahang own stiffness no nga na kay K3 dira. Then kani pod na po kay K4. So if that's the case, dili kayo nimo I mean sorry, imong loading is downward imong weight. Ang mo resist against sa iya is ang stiffness sa imong spring. At the same time, gina-resist siya kung unsa ka stiff ang imong beam. So na kay stiffness K1. And then at the same time, pagwan pag pugnan pag niya ang pagpadulong didto ani nga beam, pag-deflect ani nga beam tungod sa contribution of this spring nga K3. And then pugna na po na niya tungod tungod kay stiff ning ato ang cantilever beam diri ang na siya stiffness K4. So therefore gakaad under series ang ilahang resistance against aning ato ang mass. No, sumura siya na ani. Ana. So naa diri dayon si mass no or si weight no. So kani siya kay si spring 1, spring 2, ay sorry beam, then spring 2, then another beam. So therefore siya ang nag-resist in series. So if that's the case in imuhang equivalent ana nga stiffness is this one, no? Kay series man siya, 1 over equivalent is equal to K1 plus 1 over K2 plus 1 over K3, so on, no? So, up until ko pila ang sum up na to nga stiffness. So, that's how you calculate for series, under series nga stiffness, no? So, now, any questions regarding this one? So if wala, then I will proceed with the next example. So this is just an example on which pang-practice kung saan ninyo pag-utilize ang simple lang nga mga formula. No? So kabili sa na kay mga formula, nara sa inyo ang pagsabot sa whole problem. No? So for example, for this one, each of the following pendulums equal in mass are hanging on an ideal spring. So the period of vibration for pendulums are 1.73 seconds and 3 seconds, respectively. Assume the pendulums are on frictionless pivots. What is the stiffness of the second pendulum? So the question here is we must express the stiffness of the second pendulum in terms of the first pendulum. So mura kag naay factor nga atong i-calculate, no? So here, atong ipanggamiton kung unsay mga naa sa given sa problem, no? Mga assumptions and mga value nga given. The first assumption is that your mass 1 is equal to mass 2, no? Based on this one, kani nga statement. Then the second one is natay given nga value ni T1 which is equal to 1.73 seconds and natay T2 which is given nga 3.0 seconds. And then we must express K2 in terms of K1. So to do that, gamiton tani nga relationship, no? Kani si M1 equals M2. Kay wala man tay lain nga ano, kay si T1 o T2 value man ang gihatag. So ato ni siyang i-utilize nga situation or kani nga relationship of your mass 1 between kang mass 2. Kasi kali lang class Manggawas ta, ma'am? Wala ra di ay. Trial lang. Ay, kinahuman. Na ilang klasa? Ang gawas good. Okay, na ilang klasa kay na drill so kasabaan mi di may magawas. Mag-pause at ta for a while, but you may not leave. Hello, everyone. Okay, we will continue with this one. So for this one, no, for example, number 4, and the goal is to express your stiffness in terms stiffness of your pendulum 2 in terms of the stiffness of your pendulum 1. No, so that's the goal on this part. So this is a training on how you utilize the given formula given nga with this limited given sa problem. So simple mathematics lang gyud siya, no, imura siya og saon lang yun mo pag manipulate ang mga formula given. So recall those mga formula na to, no? So we have the formula for your period, which is equal to 2 pi divided by the natural frequency, no? Diri. And then we have the natural frequency, which is equal to the stiffness divided by the mass. So ang given sa condition here is that your mass 1 is equal to mass 2. So ato lang ipang express tanan, no? Also given nga T1 is equal to 1.73 seconds and T2 is equal to 3.0 seconds. All we need to do is to express your stiffness 2 in terms of stiffness of your pendulum 1. So kuhaon na to ang relationship between those stiffness, no? So from that, ang kani ato ang pinaka magamit, no, si M1 is equal to M2. So therefore we must express M1 in, then magbuhat ta expression for that one or kanang iyang value, then M2 pod, no. So to do that, sa asa na to siya magamit, so naa kay given value ni period, so pwede na to siya magamit na, and then itong ibutang ning value ni natural frequency, no, diri sa kani. So therefore, we can obtain this, ato ang period is ma-express na to siya in terms of mass and stiffness. The reason is that kato man tulo ang given sa problem na kay that your mass 1 is equal to mass 2, and then si period is kay given, and then ato ang goal is to express stiffness in terms of stiffness of second pendulum in terms of stiffness of first pendulum. So therefore, kato ato ang pinaka-crucial, no, nga dapat ma-express na to siya into one formula, si period, si mass, og si stiffness. So to do that, diri ta mag-start, no. So how they sa ta naabot dira nga ano yung ana. So actually you can directly use this one. But if ato yung i-recall, kani ato ang formula for the uh, period, no, wherein it is just equal to 2 pi divided by the natural frequency. So mura siya 2 pi divided by square root of k over m. But of course we cannot express, no, a anang naay radical sa ubos, so pwede na to siya i-squared both sides, so na kay patata t1, no, t1 squared equals 4 pi squared over k over m. So to simplify that one, you can get T1 squared equals 4 pi squared times reciprocal ading naa sa denominator. So na kay M over K. No? So, para siya og kani. Diri, no? So, that's how you deal with the problem. Kay para ma-express na po nato siya nga nakaingani. Mas 1 equals naka in terms of T and then naka in terms of K. So, mura siya og ano ra gyud manipulation of the formula. So, cross multiply ka diri, mabalin na siya diri. And then you can get mass 1 is just equal to pila man kani, no? Ito yung reason sa. So, here we have the mass 1 which is just equal to period 1 squared k1 over 4 pi squared. So, kani ato ang mass 1. And then similarly with the mass 2, pareha raman siya, di ba? Pareha naman nag-formula tong gamiton, laylay lang ang values. So we have the mass 2 is just equal to period 2 squared K2 over 4 pi squared. Knowing that your mass 1 is just equal with mass 2 given sa problem, so you can equate these two. No? So therefore, equal na ni kay T2 K2 T2 T2 squared K2 over 4 pi squared. So pwede rin siya mag-cancel out. So therefore, we can have this relationship between your period and then your stiffness. So knowing also that your period 1 is given in the problem nga 1.73 seconds. And then your period 2 is 3 seconds. So now we can express your stiffness of the second pendulum in terms of the first pendulum. No? So I guess that's all for this example. No? Natay upat ka example. So you can study more examples, no? Daghang kay mga possible nga mga references online. Even if mag-search mo, so daghan mo mapraktisan nga problems there. Any questions and clarifications from the class? So if none, then for the last topics nga mga approximate values of structural period, so we will not focus on this one because these are just approximation. Kay actually, you can actually measure the period. Depende kung unsa kadugay gyud ang earthquake. The reason nga nung approximation lang ni siya kay you can approximate it based on this one, no? Kani nga mga tables, kani mga factors based on the different codes, no? So dili kita mo go into this one. You may not include that. Okay, we will not consider that in the part of your quiz on next meeting. Okay, again, this is just an approximation depende kung unsa nga type of structures. Like for example, shear walls, full dynamic analysis, which is a very calculations of a period, no? 0.1 of the n lang. Then so as with this one, depende kung unsa kataas imong structure, but is based on the height. So I guess that's all for this discussion. I mean for the undamped SDOF. Any questions, clarifications from the class? So if wala, then I will just check the attendance first before you leave. Amulato,
Present, ma'am.
Ares,
Present, Ares, ma'am.
Bakunga,